Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Young here, and today I'm back in our Fortnite video. In today's video, I want to show you guys 3 new high ground and satisfying retakes to try out. So if you guys are looking for some new retakes to give a look, definitely stay to the end of the video because these 3 retakes I think are very cool to learn, very satisfying, and I think a lot of you guys are going to be able to learn these retakes very quickly. So definitely stay to the end of the video because these retakes are very good. And real quick, before we get into the video, I have a V-Buck giveaway. I give away 2,000 V-Bucks every single Friday. So if you guys want to take part in this giveaway and win some free V-Bucks, all you guys have to do is to drop a like on this video. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys do turn on post notifications so you guys get notified for every single new video and when I announce the winners. And lastly, leave a comment down below of either your Xbox gamer tag, your PSN gamer tag, or Epic account, and you guys will be automatically entered into the next giveaway. And lastly, make sure you guys do support me in the item shop. All you guys have to do is go down to the bottom right, click on support a creator, type in creator code Younghumor, and you guys will have me added and supported as a creator in the item shop. And alright guys, let's go right to the video. Alright, so in this video, I want to be sharing with you guys 3 new satisfying retakes for you guys to learn and try out. I really like HighGround retakes a ton because they are one of the best ways to improve at this game. It helps you build a lot better, improves your editing speed, and also when you learn new retakes, you can really mix and match any retake you learn in the game, and you can really improve your building exponentially if you are able to learn multiple retakes at a time. So going into the first retake that I want to share with you guys in this video, and that's going to be the one you're seeing on screen. I like this one a lot because there is a couple parts to it, and I think it is very well protected. So if someone is above you and you're pulling off this retake, it's going to be very effective to use against other players, and I also like it quite a bit. And of course, all the retakes, I'm going to have slow motion. I'm also going to show you guys a step-by-step breakdown on exactly how to do the retake to make it very simple, very easy, and very clear how to do the retake. And I think with all the retakes in this video, there are going to be a couple parts to each of them. So for the first one here, the first part of this, as you can see, is going to be a double edit. As soon as you do that, you expand out and you place a ramp above you. You place a floor and another ramp. Once you place the floor and another ramp, then you place another cone on top, and then you do 90s off to the side. So basically, there's only 3 parts to this retake, and I think a lot of you guys can learn this very fast as long as you get the basic movements down. And usually what I do when I'm learning retakes is I like to take them very slow at first, because one of the things I see a lot of people do is when they try to learn a new retake, they try to go full speed at it right away, and a lot of times it gets really sloppy. So what you want to do is you want to take it slow, and also at the same time you want to make sure you're very accurate and precise with all of your builds, because a lot of times what can happen if you try to build too fast in this game, what can happen is your builds are going to be very sloppy. You're going to end up placing a lot of extra unnecessary materials, and if you end up doing that in game, what can happen is you can be very low on materials, and it can cost you to lose a lot of games. And this has happened to me plenty of times before, where I would go into a game and I would try to do a retake and I would accidentally place too many materials. I would be way too sloppy, and I would end up losing a lot of mats. And later in game, it would cost me because I would only have like 200 materials, and it'd be like the late part of the game, and it would absolutely screw me over. So that's why you always want to make sure you're very accurate and very precise with your builds, and you're not wasting any extra materials that you don't have to. Now, as far as a step-by-step on exactly how to do this, as you can see, it's not too difficult to do once you have it broken down. You just want to make sure you have the correct placements in all the structures. So all it is a double edit. As soon as you do the double edit, you place a ramp above, a floor, a ramp, you place another cone on top, and then you go for 90s off to the side. So that is exactly how you want to do the first retake. So going into the second one, and another one that I wanted to show you guys in this video, this retake I think is just slightly harder than the first one that I showed you, just because you have to be very comfortable with wall edits, because you're going to have to do one very quickly. And of course at the very end with the extra edit off of the ramp and the wall, you don't really have to do that if you don't want to. You can continue to ramp up and go into another retake. I just have an extra edit with the floor and wall just because I wanted to do it, but you don't have to at the very end if you don't want to. You can continue to ramp up and do other retakes, but I added the double edit at the end just to add some extra edit to the retake. So when you're doing this one, like I said, you have to be very comfortable when it comes to wall edits, because you're going to be ramping up. You're placing a couple high walls, you're placing a cone on top, and then once you place those high walls, you want to be able to edit that wall. Then once you edit that, you basically jump through it you're doing a 90, and then once you do that, what you want to do is you place another ramp on top, you place a cone, and then you ramp off to the side and do another retake off to either the right or the left side. And also another thing to mention is that when you're practicing retakes, I think it's really important to practice off of both sides as well, because if you learn a retake and you finally get pretty good at it, say you always do it on the right side, then you also want to practice it on the left side as well, because that's really going to help you in all sorts of, it's just really help you improve your movement. It's going to help you improve your building and also your editing speed as well. So you always want to practice going off of both sides when you are building and editing in this game. And also, when you're doing this retake, one thing that can really help you out is when you're first going for the initial part of the retake, you want to stay on as far to the left side of the ramp as possible, because if you're going to build up and you're going to edit off that right wall, as I just did right here, if you're already on the right side of the ramp when you're ramping up, it's basically going to cut your angle quite a bit, and it's going to make it much more difficult to go for this edit. So that's why you want to stand on the opposite side of the ramp when you're building. That way it buys you more time when you are going off to the side. So here's just a step-by-step on exactly what I'm doing. And I honestly think the hardest part of this retake is going to be the first part. Once you get the first part down, the last of it is pretty easy. So here it is again, going for the high walls. Once you do that, you go for an edit. You go for a 90 off to the side. You place a ramp, a cone on top, and then you place another ramp extending out. Then you turn to a 90-degree angle and place another floor and ramp. And then you continue to ramp up. You can do another retake, or if you want to go for the double edit as I showed earlier, you can definitely do that. So there's a lot of different combinations you can do off of this retake, but I like this one a lot, and I wanted to include it and show it in this video. So going into the third retake that I want to show you guys, and the final retake, and I like this one a lot because it feels very smooth, especially if you play on a little bit lower sensitivity. You can make this retake look really satisfying and really smooth. And when it comes to this retake, it all is about your placement on your builds. If you have your placement down, this retake is going to be very easy, unless you struggle at hitting the wall edit on the final part of the retake when you go for the floor and the wall edit, as I just did right there. That can be another difficult part as well if you're not very comfortable with it. But when it comes to this retake, as long as your build placements are very accurate and precise, this is going to be a very easy retake to pull off, because it doesn't require you having really good movement and being on like a specific part of the ramp. It's very simple to do, and I don't think this one's very difficult at all, except for the very last part. And if you ever want to, if you want to make it easier, you can just go on the very last part. You can go for an edit on the floor, and instead of editing the wall, you can maybe do like a 90 out of it, or maybe you can just get creative with it and make it easier for yourself. But when you're doing this retake, all you want to do is you want to ramp up. Once you ramp up, you place a wall in front of you, and as you place the wall, you also place a ramp and a cone. And then from there, you can either turn right or left, then you ramp off to the side, and then you do another retake on top of that, and you finish it off with a double edit on the floor and wall. Or if you want to do another retake out of it, you can as well. But this is generally how you want to do this retake, and I like this one a lot because it's very protective on pretty much all of your sides. So this is something that you can definitely do in game no problem when you are going against good players once you have this down. So here's just a step-by-step to make it really easy to understand. You place a wall, ramp, and cone, and then what you do from there is you ramp off to the side. And you do that by placing a ramp, a floor, and another ramp. And once you do that, you place another ramp on top of that. And then you turn to a 90-degree angle to place another floor and ramp. And then you finish it off with a double edit. So this is how you do it in the step-by-step, which should be very clear and very simple to understand. So these are going to be the 3 retakes that I want to be sharing with you guys in this video that I think were really good and something to practice if you are looking for some new retakes. I think learning new high ground retakes is one of the best ways to improve at this game, just because it really helps you improve your building mechanics, your editing mechanics, and also your movement as well when it comes to your builds. So I think learning new high ground retakes is very cool. So definitely try out these high ground retakes if you guys like them. If you guys thought they were interesting, definitely give them a try. I think a lot of them you're going to be able to get down very quickly. But with that being said, that's our part for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys liked it, make sure you guys do drop a like. Make sure you guys do hit that subscribe button. Make sure you guys do hit that notification bell so you guys can get notified for every single new upload. And as well, I do live stream every single day here on this channel at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you guys do hit that notification bell so you guys will get notified when I go live. But with that being said, I appreciate you guys watching the video. And alright guys, I'll see you next video.